What I do is I take the, I use Drydex spackling. Can you see that? It's called Drydex spackling. And it starts out pink and then dries white, and that way I can tell it's really truly dry, and I'm kind of impatient, so this way I can really tell. So I just squeeze a little bit into the divot. Oops, there you go. So you can see that. Smooth it across the tile, like that. So it's nice and level. And then leave it to dry until it turns white. So that's it with the pink. And you can see there's still some divots in there. And what I've had to do with each and every one of them is I've had to do more than one coat of spackle. But I have one that's dry. And all I do is take some sandpaper and sand it flat. I'll just clear off my surface here. Okay. So now I'm going to use some of that waxed paper again, and I'm just going to set the tile on the paper. It's wax, but it's actually tissue paper. Then it's just has a waxy finish. So I'm tracing around the tile onto the paper, just rough trace, to get an idea of the area I need to cut, and then rough cut it. Nothing special, nothing fancy. Maybe I should back it off a little bit so you can see all the details. Hey, there we go. Okay. So now, I take my Tombow Mono, so apply some Tombow Mono to the surface. Hello. Okay, and just flip the paper upside down so glue side matches up with spackle side on the tile, and burnish it a little bit just to make sure all the glue's in contact with the spackle. You can see what I'm doing. Just trim it off. Okay. And now I take an acrylic nail file and just dress it so that it's not coming perfectly to the edges. I just like the look. Now I take the stamp of my choice. In this case I'm going to use this dragon and some Stays On ink. There. Just ink up the stamp. Close it up tight so it stays fresh and juicy. So now I've got the stamp inked up, and I'm going to turn the tile over onto the stamp, onto the part of the image that I want to appear on the domino, or the, in this case, rummy tile. And press it down really well. I want a really good image. Okay. So yes. Okay. So I'm using I'm making you guys dizzy, I know I am. Alcohol ink. I'm using the Earth Tones by Tim. Beautiful colors. Some felt pads for the dauber. So I'm going to just put it down on there. And now I'll just put a few dots of each color. So now I'm just going to take, and again I'll bring you in closer so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to take that pad and just pounce it, whoops, like this. And the result is gorgeous. And now I've still got some ink on it. There. So I'll pounce a little bit on the edges as well, because it does look really nice when it looks like stone all the way around and not just on the back. And maybe even a little bit on the front edge so that it has that continuity after I... There. Okay, so next step is to, you can use Mod Podge if you like. It makes a flat finish. I don't mean matte, I mean less thick finish. The first one I did, this is the first, inspired by Laurie Hansen in her Jump Start Challenge at Free Spirit Sisters. This is, there's a coat of Mod Podge on it. to seal it. I don't know. Yeah, you can see it's shiny a little bit, but you don't get the thickness with it, that depth. And then some of the other ones, well, I'm just waiting for that to dry. I'll show you what I've done. This one is from the Gabrielle. Oh, it's too close. There we go. Butterfly. And you can see I finished the back. Here's one that I used the same method that I'm showing you now with the stamp. But you can see these other ones are, it's just simply a piece of designer paper adhered to the front and so forth. So here we go. Well, those are the other ones. So this one's dry enough now, I think, that I can take some, either, I like liquid glass by Close to My Heart, but, you know, Glossy Accents works as well. It's just beautiful. So I'm going to just show you. Just take the liquid glass or Glossy Accents and just, you want to just give the surface a good coat. You could take your time at it if you like. I'm trying to rush along here. I wonder if my lighting is good enough for you to see, but I think you get the drift anyway of what you need to do. Yeah, it's not very good for me, this lighting, so should have done this in the daytime. But you want to cover the whole surface. You don't want to have air bubbles, so I tend to pull them across to the outside edge and then just get rid of them. Earlier on, it's not quite dry, but at least it's dry enough for me to pick it up and show you how it looks when it's dry. Oh, too close. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it, love it. And I love the background and the stamp, and it's a nice shiny finish to it. It's just beautiful. So then, and I'm going to set this one aside. Is that I found that the first ones that I did, that if you don't put some kind of sealer along, or sealant along the edge where the paper meets the tile, it will lift. So I got some bales from Top Hatter online. It's an auction house that I found off Facebook, which is okay. So I take the little sweetie heart part and hang it over the back, so you can see that it straddles the top of the tile, whatever tile you're using. Dominoes are nice too. These ones are wider and longer than dominoes, but they're narrow. So I just put a little tiny little smidge of E6000 on the bale, and then press it on. And I actually use my awl, but I guess you can use just about anything, to clean out around that. I don't like any little bits of glue showing. And then I just sit it on some of these pads, but I guess you could just put it on anything you like, to dry, and I leave it there overnight. So you leave it to dry overnight, and when you go to look in the morning, you have something like and I wanted to thank Misty from Shabby Beautiful Scrapbooking for the free digital file, and she will be sending me digital files every week, free ones, and I just love them. She's a genius. So hop on over to Shabby Beautiful Scrapbooking and follow Misty's blog, and she will email you weekly with a new digi-file. So thank you, Misty. Sure appreciate it. And thank you, Lori Hansen, for the jump start on these tiles. I hadn't ever done one before, and I'm just loving it. So thanks everybody for watching. Whoops! Oh, you can't see me. I'm sorry. Oh, talking into oblivion here. Sorry about that. There we go. So thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.